Recording in progress. Recording stopped.
Okay, it looks like we're live again. I apologize. It wasn't me, though. Looks like Comcast is doing some work in the neighborhood, and we lost internet connection. I'm in my home studio in Friendswood, Texas. I apologize. It says we're live, so I'm assuming this is going to be a separate live. I feel like now might be a good time for me to abort today's attempt to do a lecture online, and maybe I'm going to just record some videos and upload them to the YouTube channel. And I want to make the announcement real quick in GroupMe. So yeah, I think I'll do that right now. I apologize. It is 8 October, year of our Lord 2024, and we were in the middle of a live stream, a lecture, and we totally lost internet. So instead of just continuing and having a disruptive, disjointed lecture, I think, because I'm not sure they've solved the problem, Comcast is doing some work in the neighborhood, and I'm not sure why, but we lost internet. I'm assuming that's why. So I'm going to just conclude now, and then I will create some short videos to make certain that everyone gets that you get what you need to complete this week's assignment. And I will also find a previous video where I did a lecture on auto, and I'll pop that into the playlist. If you're working through Money Study Group, you should have a pretty good idea there. If you're watching live right now and you're a student in my course, let me just tell you, when you go to get car insurance, one of the things you're going to want to do is I would avoid going to a site where they just do, where you ask for an auto insurance quote. Like, I wouldn't randomly do that. I would avoid that. And here's why. You will get you will become a target for 1,000 insurance agents who want to try to sell you car insurance. So the better way to do that, a better way to get that quote that is part of this week's assignment, is to go ahead and contact your insurance agent. If you're already insured on a policy, it's going to be super easy. You're just going to look at your coverages. You're going to try to understand those coverages through reading, and you have plenty of content in Money Study Group to help you become more familiar with the coverages. But that's your assignment this week, is really just to pay attention to your auto coverages and understand them. And when you get a quote, what you're doing is you're getting a comparison to see what is the difference between this level of liability protection and more or less, and also the deductibles on your policy. That's what covers comprehensive and collision. You have a deductible, which is the amount that you pay on your insurance. So if you get a quote from your insurance agent, you can say, I want to see a different deductible amount. And then I want you just to pay attention to the different amounts of insurance, different amounts of premium. That's what you pay for the insurance. And when you raise your deductible, you lower your premium. And that's what I want you to pay attention to when you get your insurance quote. I want you to see, how much do I save on my policy if I raise my deductible or lower my deductible? How much more will I pay if I lower the deductible? How much will I save if I raise the deductible? I just want you to be familiar with how that works, and the best way to become familiar with that is just get a quote. If you're already insured, you can usually go online or contact your insurance agent, and they'll give you a quote in just a few minutes. And they'll email it to you, and you can use that for your assignment. And you can take the coverages that you selected and pop those into Right Capital. And again, there's some tutorial videos for how to do that. It's really easy to do that in Right Capital. So that's your assignment this week, to get an insurance quote. If you don't have insurance, then what you're going to want to do is work with a roommate, a friend, a family member, somebody who does have insurance, and maybe encourage them to go ahead and get a quote, and you can help them just identify what coverages they have. But you need to get a quote. If you're not a driver, if you don't have a license, you're going to have to do a little extra work, use a little extra creativity to figure out how to get a quote. But if you're already insured or you're on your parents' policy, it's super easy. Just find out who your agent is and get a quote and use that as your assignment for this week. Apologize again for the technical difficulties. I'm again assuming that we just had an outage of service, because Comcast has been sending me messages constantly saying they're having some issues in the neighborhood. So apologize for that. If we keep having trouble, I'm going to just start working out of my office on campus at U of H. Best internet on the planet is U of H, but I have pretty good internet here, except when it doesn't work. So again, I apologize. I'll be posting some additional content in the playlist, and it'll be titled for this week. If you have questions, jump into GroupMe. If you're not getting your questions answered in GroupMe, then give me a holler. Text me, email me, and I'll do my best to get you the right information for this week's lesson. It's really not a difficult assignment. You're going to get a quote, and you're going to update rather your financial plan in Right Capital with that information. So you can see on the screen I'm showing you how to do that. And again, I will put some I'll make sure I'll go double check the tutorials that are in Money Study Group, and that's where I will update, as well as the playlist, uhplaylist.com. So that's it for today. I'm going to just end there, and I'll see you.